Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, the Dallas Mavericks versus Washington Wizards and Utah Jazz versus Toronto Raptors, which are happening on Saturday, May 1st, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. So I am going to start off by talking about the Dallas Mavericks versus Washington Wizards match. The Dallas Mavericks have played consistently good basketball over the second half of the season, but they face another hard-charging team, the Washington Wizards, on Saturday. The Mavericks are 6th in the Western Conference at 35-27, but only a game behind the 6th-place Lakers. The Wizards have been on a tear and are now 10th in the Eastern Conference. Dallas beat the Wizards 109-1987 back on April 3rd, so the Wizards will be looking for payback. The Washington Wizards improved to 29-34 with a 122-93 win over the Cavs on Friday. It was their 10th win in their last 11 games. The Wizards are 10th in the East, a half game behind Indiana. Bradley Beal led Washington with 19 points, while Russell Westbrook had another triple-double with 15 points, 12 rebounds and 11 assists. Raul Neto added 17 points. The Dallas Mavericks have won 5 of their last 6 games and they are steadily moving up in the Western Conference. It wasn't long ago that they were fighting for the 8th spot, but now they are 6th at 35-27 and just one game behind the 5th-place Lakers. The Mavericks are coming off a 115-105 win over the Pistons on Thursday. The Mavs played the game without their superstar, Luka Doncic, who was out with an elbow contusion. He is questionable for Saturday. Kristaps Porzingis is also questionable, having left the Pistons game with knee soreness. Also, Dorian Finney-Smith is out. Thankfully, they got a huge game out of Tim Hardaway Jr. in the win over the Pistons, dropping 42 points. Trey Burke added 15 points off the bench. Luka Doncic is expected to return to the lineup after resting on Thursday, but Kristaps Porzingis is listed as questionable, so the Mavericks will be a little short-handed in this one. The Wizards have sprung to life with 12 wins in their last 14 games, and their confidence must be high after making light work of the Cavaliers last night. The Mavericks have the advantage of extra rest here, but I'm expecting a close contest. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Washington +6. Bradley Beal led the team with 19 points. Raul Neto added 17 points on 6 of 7 shooting, while Russell Westbrook racked up a triple-double of 15 points with 12 rebounds and 11 assists. As a team, the Wizards shot 50% from the field and 8 of 18 from the three-point line as they set the tone with 35 points in the first quarter to take the early lead, before running away with it in the second half, where they outscored the Cavaliers by 64-41 to make it look easy in the end. The Dallas Mavericks have been in great form as they've won 5 of their past 6 games, and they will be looking to build on a 2-game win streak after taking down the Pistons in a 115-105 road win on Thursday. Tim Hardaway Jr. led the team with 42 points on 13 of 23 shooting. Trey Burke added 15 points off the bench, while Jalen Brunson chipped in with 13 points. As a team, the Mavericks shot just 44% from the field and 13 of 30 from the three-point line, which is below their usual standards, but they were able to hold the Pistons just 22 points in the fourth quarter to come out on top. Luka Doncic sat out the game with a bruised elbow, but he is expected to return on Saturday. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over. So I am going to start off by talking about the Utah Jazz versus Toronto Raptors match. Toronto lost to Denver on Thursday, 121-111. Utah is coming off a 154-105 crushing of Sacramento on Wednesday, snapping a 2-game losing streak of their own. They take on Phoenix Friday evening, but this preview was written prior to the conclusion of that contest. Utah won the last meeting between these teams, defeating Toronto 115-112 back on March 19th. The Raptors are 8-2 in the last 10 meetings between these teams. Denver turned a 2-point fourth quarter lead into a 10-point advantage on their way to a 121-111 victory over Toronto. Og Anunoby led the Raptors with 25 points and both Khem Birch and Kyle Lowry added 20. Toronto shot 48.2% from the field, including 50% from the three-point range. Toronto is averaging 111.7 ppg while giving up 113.1 points per game. They are shooting 45.0% from the field and 37.2% from the three-point range. The Raptors are a very good free throw shooting team, third in the NBA at 82.7%. The Utah Jazz shot 64.0% from the field, including 58.5% from the three-point range in a 154-105 victory over Sacramento. Utah hit 20 of 21 free throw attempts, including 9 of 10 from Bojan Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic led to Utah with 24 points, hitting 7 of 16 shots. Jordan Clarkson came off the bench to score 23 as 8 players for the Jazz scored in double digits. Rudy Gobert recorded a double-double with 10 rebounds and 12 points. Utah is third in scoring, averaging 116.9 points per game, and is fourth in defense, allowing 107.2 points per contest. They are shooting 46.7% from the field and 39.1% from the three-point range, third overall. They are eighth in free throw percentage at 79.6%. The Jazz has been great on the glass, sixth in offensive rebounds, 10.6, second in defensive rebounds, 37.7, and first in total rebounds, 40.3. Toronto is 7-0 ATS in the last 7 meetings in Utah and are 14-2 ATS in the last 16 meetings overall. I fully expect Utah to win this game, but they are not going to cover the spread. I do not like the loss of Mitchell and Conley regardless of how well the team did against Sacramento. Toronto is a tough team to face, and I believe that they will have a solid performance against a tired Utah team that will be playing on back-to-back nights. My first betting advice for that game is to pick the Toronto Raptors. The Utah Jazz have been in a bit of a rut lately as they've lost 3 of their last 4 games, and they will be hoping to bounce back after last night's 121-100 road loss to the Suns. Bojan Bogdanovic led the team in scoring with 22 points, Joe Ingles and Jordan Clarkson each scored 12 points, but no other player scored more than 10 points. As a team, the Jazz shot just 43% from the field and 14 of 39 from the three-point line, but they just took too long to find their rhythm and it cost them as they fell behind by as many as 25 points early in the second quarter. The Jazz were once again without their starting backcourt in Mike Conley and Donovan Mitchell, and they got next to nothing from Clarkson, who shot just 3 of 15 from the field. The Jazz will likely be short-handed again as Mike Conley and Donovan Mitchell are still on the injury report, while the Raptors are without Gary Trent Jr. and they will be resting Kyle Lowry. The Toronto Raptors have been in decent shape as they've won 5 of their past 8 games, but they will be hoping to avoid a third straight loss after getting routed by the Nuggets in a 121-111 road loss on Thursday. Og Anunoby led the team with 25 points. Khem Birch added 20 points with 8 rebounds and 4 assists on 8 of 10 shooting, while Kyle Lowry chipped in with 20 points and 7 assists. As a team, the Raptors shot 48% from the field and 16 of 32 from the three-point line as they hung tough with the Nuggets and kept it close until late in the third quarter, where the Nuggets used a crucial 26-5 run to pull away and win comfortably in the end. Pascal Siakam has been in a shooting slump and had himself another quiet game of 11 points with 2 assists. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.